Hello, truckin' friends. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Hard to think about that. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday Night Truckin'. I hope you guys are all doing really well. I hope everybody is good. Hang on, I don't know how I got my phone in these funky places. Hang on, I gotta get back to... I hope everybody's really good today. Say hi as you're joining us so that I know you're there. Thank you. Oh, there we go. There we are. All right, we're playing with the vintage truck this evening because Miss Jill wanted to know how to layer transfers. So I'm going to show you real quick how to very easily layer with the transfer. Layering is, pretty normal. Hang on, why am I not finding, there we go. It's just an extra step. And really, the extra step is just making sure you're dry. It is important what surface that you use it on when you're going to layer, because certain surfaces the chalk sticks to better than others. So, like the very first transfer I ever layered with was probably the chalk. Oh no, it was balloons. It was the, not You Are Brilliant, but it was a hot air balloon. And I was using a very inexpensive Walmart chalkboard. I think it was a $2 chalkboard. And my chalk just wouldn't stick to it. And then I found as soon as I switched to a Chalk Couture surface, I had absolutely no problems. So layering is very easy, very fun. You just got to know the tricks to it so that your chalk stays down. So I'm going to stop here real quick because, oh my goodness, you guys are joining like crazy. Hello, Linda. Oh my goodness, Linda. I can't wait till we can get together and craft again. Hey, Cheryl, welcome. Hey, Desiree. Oh, and Jen is here. Hello, Jen. Oh, Kathy K. So for those of you who don't know, Kathy K makes beautiful lawn, or not ornaments, decorations that go in your garden. Absolutely beautiful. So Kathy, if you want to post them in the VIP group, I was going to tell you that. We would all love to see them. And if you're local, they're not something that you can ship. But if you're local, I'm sure Kathy K would be more than happy to sell you one. So Kathy, post your pictures in the VIP group. If you still have any left. I know people were commenting like crazy, so you could very easily not have any. Hey, Lisa. I just saw your text message, Lisa, about having a Facebook event. So I will get to you when we're done here, and we will schedule a fun event for you. Hey, Linda Squared. Hello. Oh, Lisa. I did know that. Lisa ordered the vintage truck last night. Oh, hey, Kathy K. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I have a Grayson chalkboard. The vintage truck, for those of you who are new to our little chalk-in party, the vintage truck is super popular. Like, it is the #1 selling transfer of all time. They did try to retire it, and they got smart and they brought it back because it's very, very popular. It is your, oh, hey, Kara, welcome. It's your typical little truck. You do it in 2 pieces so that you can kind of play with colors. And it gives you some fun detail. But it also has add-ons. There's 4 add-ons that go with your vintage truck so that you can change it seasonally. So again, it's that whole theory in the company, right, where you have one chalkboard and you change it seasonally. Well, this is a great way with the truck to truly have that one piece in your home that kind of is your holiday seasonal decor, but it's really easy to change. So the truck does that for you. Oh my, we have a celebrity in the house. Hello, Susanna from Michigan. Oh my, we have to behave now. Susanna's here. Hey, Susanna, we don't usually get you live. Welcome. And Terry is here from Texas. Hello, my beautiful Terry. Oh, and hello, Jill. Holy cow, you guys are here in full force tonight. All right, so we're going to make the vintage truck. We're going to put some fun spring. Ooh, Kara has not used her vintage truck yet. Kara, come on. It's like the most popular one. Susanna just got done working her real job. Oh, what a great surprise to find me live. Oh, because it's late by you, Susanna. You're an hour ahead of us. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to combine the vintage truck with the spring add-on, the new one, because we haven't used that one enough. And I did pull out my, you know, my like all-time favorite transfer, the Market Fresh Flowers. Because this is in the last chance category, and you all know how much I love this transfer. And I make tons of different things with this transfer. Tons of different things with this transfer. You can just scroll through all the pictures, because you know, he's in my top 10 of transfers, but he is retiring. So if you want him, now is the time. So I figured we might as well use him one last time before he's gone, because I try not, once they're retired, I try not to use them, and then I don't get to play with my favorite ones. Susanna, I'm always silly. You know I'm always silly. I just totally let my crazy hang out. And if you're going to let your crazy hang out, you might as well do it live on Facebook, right? Oh, hey, Jenny. Welcome, Miss Jenny. I'm hoping Matthew had a great birthday, Jenny. Joseph and I talked about him. We were hoping he was having a good day. I'm hoping my son, you know, at least texted him happy birthday. I made sure he knew it was his birthday. Okay, so all these pieces I'm pulling out are the pieces to the spring add-on. So I'm going to show them to you here quick. It's this big, huge transfer. It comes with, oh, don't you want to say, okay, dummy, turn your cameras on, because oops, we can't see what you're doing. Yeah, okay, as I'm talking to you like you can. Oh, Virginia's in the house too. Oh, hello, everybody. Okay, so this is the spring add-on, and I'll show you the pieces that are cut out. But obviously there was the Follow the Bunny. He has the chocolate. And then there was the St. Patrick's Day one, which was the fun little leprechaun guy. We used him. The fun little leprechaun guy that was falling into the back of the truck for his pot of gold, and he said leprechaun wishes. And then this is the old one with all the shamrocks. And there was the hearts for Valentine's Day with the fun little strings to put the balloons on. And then there was the Follow the Bunny with the super cute little bunny. And we are now to, it would probably help if it wasn't upside down, right? We are now to the flower pieces. So I'm going to cut the rest of my transfer apart so we can get to the pieces that we want. And what is really nice about this new add-on versus the old add-on was they got smart. And they made the stems for the flowers a different transfer. So it's so much easier to make the stems green and the flowers colors than it was on the last one. Jenny says he did have a good birthday, but said he didn't see, oh, I'm going to have to talk to my young master, Joseph. I made sure he knew it was Matthew's birthday, so I apologize, Jenny. I will kick him in the butt for that. He's actually at his dad's. He's been at his dad's for quite a while. We're trying to social distance. It's hard to do when they go back and forth between houses. We are going to put this super cute little Bloom and Grow on the door of our super cute little truck. So we're going to put Bloom and Grow on the door. We're not following any bunnies tonight. We could do Farm Fresh Flowers, and we might have to if the transfer that I want to use is not going to fit. I'm hoping the transfer I want to use is going to fit. I want to put Market Fresh, I think it will. I want to put Market Fresh Flowers on top. Yeah, it'll fit. And then the truck on the bottom. That's my goal. At least that's what we're trying to do. Well, I don't need this one yet, so I'm going to set this aside because I have too many transfers out at the moment. So the biggest part that I struggle with the truck always is what color to make the truck, right? You could just do one piece of the truck, but you do have the ability to make the body of the truck a different color. So you can make your truck two-toned if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can make it all one color. And sometimes I like to do that because quite honestly it's easier. But we are showing how to layer colors today. So we won't be doing it the easy way, which is, you know, the way Maria likes to do it is the easy way. We're going to do two colors. So, but the bunny has the chocolate. I want the bunny. I know the bunny is so cute. It says follow the bunny. He has the chocolate. Right? I really like the balloons. So these are strings to put on your hearts that come out of the back of your truck too. I think this for a wedding with the truck, and then you could do some of the wedding transfers. There's just a lot of fun applications with the add-ons for the truck. And that, I'm gonna actually cut the rest of this out. That's one of the fun things about the add-ons is they have all these fun pieces that are seasonal. So you can do the add-ons for the truck and have so many different pieces to create holiday or seasonal decor with. You don't have to use them with the truck. You know, you could do like this, the balloons with the hearts. You could put that on so many different things. You could just do the balloons with the heart and some words. Like Ella was making a sign today for her new room, and she did the I love you and naps. You could just do the balloons with the hearts and I love you. I mean, you could totally mix and match the transfers, which is kind of the fun of it. So I'm going to set all these beautiful pieces aside because I don't think we're going to use them. I'm going to keep out the ones that we are going to use. And we still need to do the truck. Have I done the truck on a shirt? I have not done the truck. No, I've not done the truck on a shirt, Kara, but I've done the truck on like canvas bags. We did this, actually, I think I gave it away last year. We're doing a contest and I gave it away. I made like a canvas bag that went to the farmer's market, and we put the truck on the canvas bag and it said farmer's market on it. I can't remember who I gave that to, but I gave that one away. Okay, so I'm totally digressing here tonight. So we have our green for the stems. So this is one piece, and then we have all these fun flowers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the stems probably in either Meadow or Spring Zing. I like Spring Zing because it's brighter. Oh, Linda squared. She got the canvas bag with the vintage truck on it. So I played with my camera today, so maybe you won't jiggle as much. I'm hoping. I totally reconfigured it. So you guys gotta let me know. There's no shortage of green colors that you can have. This is Sage, this is Meadow, this is Spring Zing. There's also Citrus Splash, which has a little yellow in it. There's also Pesto, which is darker green. And then there is, I think that's it for, Eucalyptus, which is a very cool gray green, very pale gray green. And then Rainforest, which is more your emerald green. So there's lots of greens to pick from. And people are always like, I don't know what colors to start with. Well, you just start with your basics. Pick one green, one blue, one pink, and start that way as you grow your collection of colors. So I'm gonna start with Spring Zing just because it's very seasonal and it's very springy. But Meadow is probably more the, kind of all season green. So if you're just starting out with your paste colors, think about, are you making seasonal items? Are you using more white backgrounds or more black backgrounds? That can help you kind of decide what paste colors to get. Because obviously there's like 30 some paste colors. It's a lot of paste colors. You don't need them all. Well, I have them all. Of course I do. But Kara says, for some reason I'm nervous about doing the truck. I usually not nervous about them, but for some reason I am with that one. Well, Kara, tonight we're going to solve that problem for you. There's no reason to be nervous about the truck. He's fun. He's super easy. He's just intimidating because he has a lot of silkscreen to him. I think these are our flower colors. I don't know really if we'll do all 4 of them. We might throw a blue in there too. We might throw either a little morning sky or couture teal in there too. But first we got to make first we got to come up, that's what I was trying to do. What color are we going to make our truck? I think we're going to go with a gray storm. Oh, and what color should we make our truck? The actual truck part. Everybody needs every paste color, Susanna says. Of course you do, Susanna. But you have to, you have to start methodically when you start with them. Because it's a lot of paste colors. But yes, you need every color, right? Because it never fails. The one color you don't buy is the color you need. Like me in ribbon, the one ribbon I didn't buy is the one inevitably I need. So I think we're going to make our truck, you know what? I think we're going to go really pale. We're going to make our truck Storm and Grayish, which are the two grays. So we're just gonna go tone on tone. So it's subtle, but it's not, oh my gosh, that's such a different color. I've done the truck in all kinds of different colors. He's very fun with Currant Jam, which is a really pretty maroon red. And Storm, the Couture teal and gray is kind of that, you know, really retro vintage truck colors, which we could do. I mean, we could. That's a lot of colors, though. That's a lot of colors. I don't know if I'm ready for that many colors. All right, so we're going to start with our truck. We have the two transfers. One is the bottom and one is the top. And when they're not numbered, how do you know which transfer to use first? Well, it's really easy. You always use the transfer that has the most silk screen to it. That's my rule of thumb. This is an older transfer, but the newer transfers come numbered, you know, that tell you what order. And this is an old one. I don't know if the new ones have the numbers on them or not, but you always start with the one that has the most silk screen. And we're going to place it on our board. Now, the one thing I've learned with the vintage truck is the top part of the truck goes down lower than the base. So if you put your truck at the bottom based on this piece, and then you go to put this piece on top of it, it goes down lower. So you do have to always think about that when you're layering, is which piece is the bigger piece size-wise, so that when you put it down, you put it where it fits. So we're gonna put this guy here, and then I just wanna make sure that it's low enough that the words that we're gonna put on. Virginia is saying, absolutely anyone can do it. Verge, made, and survived. There are witnesses. The two Lindas. Yes. So, Kara, Virginia has made the truck. You've made the truck a couple times, Verge, haven't you? And Verge is saying, if she can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can chalk. Really. There's not a lot of, you know, talent involved. Obviously, I do it. So, all right, so we're gonna fit. We might even be able to come up a little bit higher. Yeah, we're gonna fit. The other thing you gotta be conscious of is how high does your thing that goes in the back of the truck go. So we do have to actually come down a little lower. I'm gonna pull this off. Just to kind of place everybody. And then see when I put this in the back. I think we're good. We'll be close. We're going to be very close to the words. Okay, so my truck is not super sticky anymore because this truck has been used by lots and lots of people many, many times, which is one of the beauties of these products, is they are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again. So like with the truck, when you want to change it seasonally, it's very easy to do so. Aw, Kathy K, you are way too nice to me. You are way too nice to me. I'm a hot mess. It always amazes me that you lovely ladies come back every night. Because really, at the end of the day, I'm about as much of a hot mess as you get. Okay, so I am pushing out my air. Because the one thing about the truck guy is he's a lot of silkscreen. So you do need to make sure that you get out all of your air. Because if you don't get out all your air, when you go to squeegee across it, you end up with not your smooth, beautiful texture that you want. So you do just gotta work that air out. And the key to working the air out is just making sure that after you push the air out, the silk screen seals. Okay? We're pretty good. We're not perfect, but we're good. So we are going to do the body of the truck in grayish and the top of the truck in storm. So grayish is this very pretty white gray. Yes, a couple of times. First time was a marathon, though. I'm sure we'll all remember. Virginia, it was not a marathon. You did a great job. Virginia's another one, Kathy K. You got to yell at her, too. She sells herself short all the time. So these two grays are very close to each other. They're just slightly different, which will give us a very nice tone-on-tone chalk. I am going to add a little bit of water to my grayish. So this is what chalk paste looks like. It dries hard, so it's not going to go anywhere once it's dry, but it is a paste. It's not paint. So we are not going to paint this on, we're going to squeegee it on. We're going to take our squeegee. Our squeegee has an angled side, which is a beveled side, or a flat side. The beveled side is the front of our squeegee. We're going to take it and dip it right in our chalk paste, load it up with chalk paste like so. And then we're just going to hold our squeegee, oh sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. We're going to hold our squeegee straight up and down, and we're just going to go right across our silk screen. We're going to cover up the entire silk screen as we go, taking off all that excess, because I would tell you that is the trick to layering your chalk paste, is you don't want your chalk paste to be thick. And it again is, oh, I should have made my wheels a different color. Oops. You can do that with the wheels. You can make the wheels a different color. It's counterintuitive, right? You're thinking, oh, I'm layering, I want to put my bottom piece on, my chalk on more thick. You don't want to do that, because the more paste there is underneath the top layer, the more likelihood you have of it pulling off. Because that's the trick to layer, or the concern, I should say, with layering, is when you do it. So I've covered up my whole silk screen, and now I'm going to pull off my transfer, like so. And then I take this, I stick it in my water bath right next to me, I rinse it with cold water, I put it back on that paper backer sheet that you saw me take it off of, and it's ready to be reused again for the next project. Okay, so I'm going to close, well, we might use this color again. So I'm going to just put my cover on the top of my chalk paste. I'm going to wash off my squeegee. So the key is letting this dry. And I got chalk paste where I don't want it. And we're going to speed up the process with my dryer. Chalk paste does dry very quickly, so if you don't use a hair dryer or a heat gun to dry it, it will dry on its own very fast. You know, within 3 to 5 minutes you're dry if you don't do anything to help it along. We're going to help it along. So I moved you guys closer, so not only should you not wiggle as much as you were wiggling, you should have a better angle, you know, you're closer, you're not as far away. So I'm drying it, but again, I really want to make sure it's dry, so I'm going to do it a little longer than I normally would. Normally I'd have been done by drying by now. So Lisa, I did get your message about scheduling your Facebook event. Thank you. I'll message you when we're done. So if you've not had a Facebook event and you want to have one, it's super fun. All you do is invite your friends. I take it from there. It's, you know, kind of more like your traditional, like Pampered Chef party. Only it's all online. Nobody goes anywhere. You can do the whole thing in your pajamas. It's way dry now. But you just invite your friends. I take it from there. And then you get rewards and free product based on the sales of your event. How much your friends enjoy it. Okay, so I'm really good and dry. So if anybody wants to have a Facebook event, I am booking still. I think I have availability for 1, maybe 2. Okay, so I'm good and dry. I'm just touching it because my heat gun heats it up and I don't want it to be hot. Kara says, when doing a shirt with this one, would you wait overnight to add the next layer? No, Kara, I would not. Personally, I would dry it, heat set it, and then put my other layer on. When you're layering with ink, Kara, you heat set in between layers. It's very easy to do. So you just dry it like you normally would. I use my dryer just like I did this, only it's now on fabric. I dry it, then I do my ironing. Oh, look, you guys are not shaking as much as you were. Oh, maybe this is going to solve the problem. So I dry it with my dryer. Then I heat set it either with my iron or I use my Cricut Easy Press. So you heat set it. Now you can put down your next layer. Same thing, dry it and heat set it. So you just you heat set both layers. Okay, so I am good and dry. So now I'm going to place my transfer over it. Now again, my vintage truck is very well loved. It's been used lots and lots of times, and it is not sticky. Super sticky. It's still sticky. It still works. It's just not as sticky as like a brand new transfer. So if you are layering and your transfer is not, or is super sticky, you are going to most definitely fuzz, okay? Because that's the other trick to not having it pull up the chalk paste underneath it, is softening that adhesive. So what is fuzzing? Fuzzing is taking your transfer and touching it to a terry cloth towel. We'll do it when, I'll show you when we do these pieces because these are new. But you just touch the stick to this so that it's not as sticky. It's a fancy term for making it not as sticky. The other thing you do is you don't do what I'm doing. I'm really pushing this down because, again, my transfer is not that sticky. You're not going to do that because the more you push it down super hard, the more likely you are, again, of pulling that bottom layer off. So I stir up my chalk paste. Now, obviously, if you're using ink, Kara, you don't have to worry about it pulling your ink off, especially once it's heat set. It's not going anywhere. Take my squeegee again, beveled side, dip it in, load it up, and just go straight across your transfer. And if you can see this right here, that's an air bubble. That's what air bubbles do. So my chalk paste just isn't going to be quite as smooth right there. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it still works, just it's not perfect, which we always say, right? It's a Maria original. Most of Maria's creations are not perfect. That's the beauty of making it yourself. It's the fun you had and getting to talk to you guys while I'm making it. Okay, so again, I'm just squeegeeing off, making sure I don't need all that. Don't waste your paste. You don't need to. Making sure I'm good and squeegeed in my layers in between. Okay, and now this is the moment of truth. Did it stick? And it did, so far. I love the tone-on-tone truck. Isn't he cute? Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Every time I make this truck, I'm like, why don't I make this truck more often? He's so much fun. I understand why he's so popular. Okay, so now, again, we're going to dry. Now we're going to stick our flowers in the back. The vintage truck for many years has been the #1 transfer. I think it's been replaced now with those little minis because everybody loves the little minis, but it is adorable. And it's so versatile. That's the beauty of the truck. It's so versatile. So I'm just drying my chalk so I don't smudge it. Smudge. That's not smudge. Smear? I don't know. And I'm really making sure that the back of my truck is dry because, again, we're going to layer. We're going to put our flowers in it. So I really want to make sure it's dry so, again, my chalk paste doesn't get pulled off. He's really cute in black and white. I mean, there's just so many different color combinations you can do this crazy truck in. Okay, so it's time to put our flowers in. So this is where I was saying the new transfers have numbers on them. It says B1 and B2. The A, B, C, D is just so you know which holiday went with which transfer, because sometimes you look at the pieces and you're like, I have no idea what that is. And the numbers help you. So B1 means you start with the stems. So we're going to do the stems first. So this guy is new. So I write on the back of it, I'm going to put B1 stems. Susanna says, I do the same thing. I always forget how much fun, right? I always forget how much fun the truck is. So I carefully pull my backer sheet off. I set this aside because this is what it goes back on after I'm done washing it. And now I'm going to fuzz it. So now I'm just picking up the lint. Oh yeah, this guy is sticky. I'm picking up the lint from my towel and it's making my transfer not as sticky. by making it not as sticky, it doesn't have to work as hard. Oh yeah, you guys are really, I mean, you're shaking a little, but you're not shaking half as much as you were. Do you think you're shaking less? Because otherwise I'm going to keep playing with it. My husband said he was going to try to suspend my camera from the air. Which, it'll be 2 years before he gets that done. Just saying. All right, so I line up my flowers to go in the bed. And you can see where you're going, which is kind of nice. It helps you out. Because this part's going to be our green. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I can see the line of the base of the truck. So I'm using that as my guide as to how I want to make sure my flowers are straight. Okay. Oops. Got my transfers on here. So this guy has registration marks on him. The registration marks are there to help me put my layer on top of it. But what I have learned, the trick to the registration marks is chalk the registration marks in white. If you chalk them in white, they are much easier to see. So I'm going to stir up our spring zing, get it all ready to go. I'm just going to grab a little squeegee. I just need the mini guy to do the green because there's not a lot to this piece. So I just do our little fun greenery. Now I could have done some tonal things. I could have messed the green so I had more variety in color. It wasn't just green. So there's lots of fun things you can do to, you know, play with your colors. So I'm just chalking my registration marks in white so they're easier to see. And now I pull off our green. I stick this in our water bath. Okay, so now we have our green done. It will be easier for you to see when it is dry. Wash off your squeegees right away. So much easier to wash off your squeegees when your chalk paste is wet. Susanna is asking, do I have an Archon? Yes, Susanna, I have an Archon. Attach it to a chair to stabilize it, but not take up a lot of space. So Susanna, the problem I have with that is I can't be that, I can't be that far away from it because it only goes across me so far. But maybe if I did it on the side, that might work. That's not a bad idea. We've talked about trying to come up with something so it's not on the table so that I don't jiggle it so much. So again, I really want my green to be dry. Because there's nothing worse than doing this and then having the chalk base come off. Okay. He's good and dry. We're going to close these guys up. Done with green. Okay, so we're good and dry, but he's hot now. I've never thought about that. I could put him on the side of me. And I could go more towards the edge of the table, maybe. That might work. Okay, so my gun is a heat gun. You don't need the heat, you just need the air. But it does make my surface warm, and I don't want to put a transfer on a hot surface. Verge is saying she never noticed the jiggle. Well, that's good, Verge. Hang on. This is a lot of work tonight, ladies. And gentlemen. Okay, time to put our flowers on. So this has some fun little flowers. We're going to play with our colors. We'll probably just use, I don't know, what should we use? So on the back of this, I'm going to write B2 flowers. That helps me put the transfers back on the right pieces when I'm all done, especially when you have the vintage truck pieces because there's so many pieces to them. It's nice to, you know, have them all labeled. Makes it much easier. So again, just picking up my lint, making myself not as sticky. So this transfer is a lot of pieces, right? This takes longer than our normal, you know, swoosh and done kind of transfer. Most of our transfers, you know, really 10 minutes you're done. This guy gives you a lot more opportunity to get creative, to play with colors. So if you're looking for, you know, maybe a little bit longer of a relaxing craft time, this is a great project. Plus the vintage truck, I mean, he makes a great gift because you can do them on so many different things. He's really cute on a canvas bag for like going to the farmer's market. This is still really sticky, so now I'm going to try my sweater. That'll work. Yep. Sweaters always work. So now I line up my registration marks. I'll zoom you in so you can see it. Okay, so see this registration mark right here? I line this. See how now you can see? Now you don't. Now you see it. Now you don't. That's how you line them up. That is how foolproof and easy this is to do. Can't see the other side. Okay, so you line up both sides. This guy and this guy. And I mean, it's like chalking for anybody. It's chalking for Maria. If Maria can do this, anybody can do this. Okay? So now we're totally lined up. So now our stems and everything are going to be perfect. Okay, so now we want to do a little bit of raspberry sorbet, which is just this gorgeous magenta color. We're going to throw a little bit of wisteria in there just for fun because y'all know how much I love my wisteria. And then maybe we'll do a little bit of pink grapefruit, pale pink, because I think all these colors go really well with the gray. We could throw in a little couture coral, but I don't think we need it, and we don't really have that many flowers, so I think we're just going to go real willy-nilly. I've got my chalk paste open. I stir them all up, get them all good and ready to go before I ever put chalk paste on my project. So I just give it a drink. This pink grapefruit, or is this Marvelous? Oh, I'm sorry, this is not pink grapefruit. This is Marvelous. Maybe we want pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit is a little brighter. I think pink grapefruit's a little more springy. Yeah, let's do pink grapefruit. Sorry, I thought that's the color I had off. That's Marvelous. It's a very pretty gray pink. But we want bright cheery. My chair is stuck again. That's the other thing with my new craft room. I put a rug on the floor so that in case I spilled chalk, I didn't ruin the carpeting. Yeah, and only now all that happens is my chair gets stuck on it. I need to get one of those old-fashioned like plastic things you used to have at your desk at work that your chair would roll around on. Okay, we're all stirred. Where's all my stirs? We're stirred and good and ready to go. So I have our 3 paste colors, and I'm just going to go back and forth changing colors. I'm going to use our multi-purpose tool because it's super easy to cut in and get fun colors where I want them. I'm going to start with wisteria. Just put a little bit on here. And I'm just going to go back and forth with different flowers. Now, if I don't want to do all of this, I don't have to. I could totally just either hot mess my flowers, which is a fun technique to get multiple colors easily, or I could ombre them. I could just do them in one color. I don't have to go crazy like this. But this is kind of fun. You guys didn't have anything better to do tonight, right? Than watch Maria. Now we're going to do a little raspberry sorbet. This guy too. Because I'm working against the clock, right? I need to get this done before my chalk paste dries. Because if my chalk paste dries and I go to pull up my transfer, my chalk paste is going to stick to my transfer. And when I pull it up, off, my chalk paste will come. So I am getting to that point where I need to pull. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it a little bit. put it back down. Pull it, put it back down. Okay, and now I just reseal the ones I don't have done yet. We need to pick one up here. Okay, and now I'm going to do our pink grapefruit. No, peony. Is this, what color is this? This is peony. I still haven't pulled pink grapefruit. I keep saying, oh, we're going to use pink grapefruit, but I'm not pulling. Every color I grab is not pink grapefruit. This is peony, which is a very pretty bright pink. It's a very pretty pink color. I have chalk paste on my multi-purpose tool. So once you get in here now, you got to be careful that you don't pick up the paste that is on here from the other colors. It's just, and if you do, you just wipe off your squeegee as you go. Okay, I think we need another wisteria guy in here. And we'll do these little guys in wisteria. I like wisteria. It's such an interesting name to me. I don't know why they picked that name. Okay, off we come. And I take this, I stick it in my water bath. Once my transfers are in the water bath and they're wet, they're no longer sticky. So I don't have to be concerned about putting transfers on top of each other in the water bath. I just want to make sure that I set them, push them down into the water so they get wet. So there's no parts of them that aren't wet. Okay, moving on my chalk paste color, I'm going to dry my super pretty flowers so you can see them better. My little gun guy is dying. So I'm just drying my really pretty flowers. Thank you, Virginia. I love them too. I'll show them to you up close and personal here. Now, as my raspberry sorbet dries, it will get brighter. Same thing with wisteria. I can wash off my registration marks because I don't need them. So the chalkboard that we're using is the Grayson, which is a really nice board for this. The wisteria tree blooms lavender. There we go. Susanna, you are so darn smart. Okay, so here's our fun. I'll get you at an angle where you can actually see the colors. Oh, goodness. Wow, that is not working. I wonder why that's not working. Okay. Let's try zooming you in. Maybe that'll work. No, I want this all by itself. No, that didn't work either. It's changing my lighting on you. Well, I guess you're just going to have to take my word for it that the flowers are really pretty. Because they are really pretty. That is a neat fact. See, Kara, Susanna is very smart. She knows everything. She's like, the go-to. I love Susanna. Susanna, I was actually going to message you because we need to do that thing we were going to do because I'm working on another live sale for next week. We're gonna have a bundle sale. We're gonna have a pop-up bundle sale. Hey, Samantha, welcome to our Chalkin' Party. I am so glad that you love this. Super easy, Samantha. Super easy, super fun. Oops, wrong pictures, sorry. Okay, so we've got our fun little truck. Here, there we go. Now you can kind of, I don't know why it's messing with my colors. The lighting is goofy tonight. So we're gonna put our Market Fresh flowers above it. Because I love this transfer and I am so sad that it's retiring. Susanna has a plethora of random facts. That's funny. Okay, Alright, so I'm putting down my transfer. I'm making sure I'm about as straight as Maria ever gets, which is not straight. Which I know shocks you all. Okay. I think I was going to do our words in white. And then the other thing we have left to do is the cute little door. Where did he go? Here he is. We are going to put Bloom and Grow on the door. Verge is saying to do that in Raspberry Sorbet. I'm going to fuzz it by just getting some lint on the back of my transfer so it's not as sticky. We're going to put Bloom and Grow on our door. I agree, Verge. Raspberry Sorbet will be good for the truck door. Just Bloom and Grow. Like so. Super easy. So Samantha, where are you? We have people all over the country. Now, oh, look at how cute that is. I love the little pieces. That's new with the new spring add-on versus the old spring add-on is that they have little pieces that go on the door. The old one didn't have that. Just drying it so I don't smudge it while I'm working on the other pieces. So, Market Fresh flowers. Maybe grayish to kind of stick with the colors we have already. But I kind of like white. You guys are crooked. Something is crooked. There we go. You're almost straight. That's better. Maybe a combination of white. Because we could do seeds, stems, and blooms in the wisteria. Oh, the green would be good to have in there again, though, too. Had to be a bright color. I agree, Verge. It did have to be a bright color. I think we'll do flowers in white. But we could totally do, bring in our same colors again for the other words. Or we could do grayish because that's the lighter gray. But white, is going to jump off the board. Any suggestions? I don't know. I never know. I think we'll do white for flowers. Let's start with that because we're going to paste and peel anyway. So we're going to start with our, oops, I got the S for the seeds in our white. Stems in green. Yep, I was thinking that too, Verge, that stems should be green. So I'm just covering it up with our chalk paste. So Samantha, I'm here every night. I do a live demonstration video every night at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So please like and follow my page, and then you can come back and see us every night. We do all kinds of fun things here. We are a very friendly, very chit-chatty chalking group. We talk the whole time. Oh, top heavy. Don't you hate that Facebook delay? Susanna's saying my white's going to be top heavy. Let's take her off and see. We're going to just pull the whole transfer off. It's not too bad. So I got my S for my stems. We're going to take that off. Because I don't want that to be white. And I have a little bleed by my E, which is very easy to fix. I just take a little Q-tip, just get it a little damp with a little bit of water, and then I go right in here and fix it. This is the beauty of chalk. I am going to wait. I have a cardinal rule. Don't fix things until your chalk base is dry, because inevitably I will smear the part I didn't want to. And I'm breaking my cardinal rule. And I always regret it when I do. Okay. I would do the little words the same color, green, and the Market Fresh other colors such as pink. But if you add grayish with white, you'll be good. Yeah, I don't want to be top heavy. So I'm just cleaning up my couple little bleeds. Okay. I would do the little words the same color, green, and mark it fresh another color such as pink. That's what Cheryl's saying. And Susanna's saying if I do that, I'm going to be top heavy. So I need to dry. Oh, I know why. This is my transfer that I ruined. There's more. I have more than one of these. So do you guys remember? You probably do because I did it live. I made this transfer and I stuck it to a container. There we go. And I pulled off all the paint on the container. It was a cheapy container, and I was so mad at myself because I ruined a brand new transfer. Do you remember that? That's why I got my bleeds, because my transfer is the one that got the paint all over the back of it. So I'm just drying this again so I don't smear it. This is adorable. I love the truck. Why don't we make the truck more often? There we go. This one is super sticky again. All right, so it's very easy to lay your transfer back down because you can just see it, just like that. Boom. Okay, so now we're gonna do our Market Fresh Seed Stems Blooms. I like the grayish idea. I think we'll do Market Fresh. I like the grayish. I'm with Susanna. I think the colors would be fun. I don't think that we could go wrong with the colors. I want the colors to be the truck, not the words. Oh, hang on. Kristen is saying, Market Fresh in wisteria, stems in green, and seeds and blooms in peony and raspberry sorbet. We're going to try it in grayish. I like the color idea, but I want the colors to be I want the focal point of the colors to be the flowers, not the words. If we don't like it, we'll wash it off. And we'll change it. Let's try it grayish and see how boring it is first. But I think it's gonna accomplish what we're trying to do, which is make the flowers the focal point. Let's try it. I don't know. We'll see. We might wash it off and redo it. You never know. That's the beauty of chalk. You can completely change your mind. You can change your colors. You can play. And if you don't like it, you just wash it off. Okay, let's see. Yep, I like that. Good call, Susanna. I'm running out of room in my water bath. And I got chalk paste everywhere. This is a lot of stuff, guys. All right, so I'm going to dry. Okay, this is so cute. This is adorable. Kathy K likes it simple. Cheryl says you know we'll like it. Got little like snibbles everywhere. Okay. So it's hard. I don't know why you guys are having a hard time with color angles. Let's try it this way. There we go. So we have grayish, white and grayish. We have our fun flowers in the back. We say bloom and grow. And this is how you layer. I like that the colors in the door pop. I agree, Susanna. Good call. Okay, so this is the vintage truck with the spring add-on, and then we use the Market Fresh Flowers transfer. The Market Fresh Flowers transfer is retiring, and it's in the last chance category, and it's on low quantity, which means it's not going to last long. So if you want it, get it. I'm going to have to go order more because I love this transfer. Love this transfer. It's really cute on flower boxes. They make amazing gifts when you do it on a flower box and you give them as gifts. It's just a really nice transfer. We've done it on tea towels. It's super cute on a tea towel. Hey, Julie. Well, welcome to our Chalkin' Party, Julie. Thank you. I think it's super cute, too. Okay, so this is our project for the evening. This was a long one. Thanks for hanging with me this long. We don't usually go this long. I've been trying to, keep us down to 20 minutes. We did not succeed tonight, but this is a fun transfer. So I'm making Maria. I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. If you can please send me out into the world, it helps me tremendously when you hit that button. So thank you to everybody who takes the time to do that. If you want to see any of these amazing products, they are all available on my Chalk site, which is www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. And you can see all these beautiful things. If you're curious at all about what it means to be a Chalk Couture independent designer, I'd be more than happy to give you the information. You can just make things and sell them. You can host workshops and Facebook parties and all that kind of fun stuff. You can just enjoy the discount. There's all kinds of different ways that you can enjoy being a designer. So if you're curious at all, you can comment curious or message me. I'd be happy to get you information. You can just check it out, see if it's something that you want to do, because I gotta tell you, I have a ton of fun. If you're not in the VIP group, which is where the bundle sale that's coming up, I think we're going to do it Friday night. So if you're not in the VIP group, you're going to want to be, because that's where that kind of fun stuff happens. And you can comment, add me, and I'll send you the link. Or you can just go to the Facebook search bar and type in Making Maria's VIP group and request to join as well. That's all I got for you tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I do a live demonstration video every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, with the exception of Saturdays. I don't do one on Saturday. Tomorrow night, we're doing a super fun welcome sign. I think that's what we're doing. Super cute, fast little project, but an adorable welcome sign, I think, is what we're making tomorrow. So, come back tomorrow night. Have a super fantastic Friday, right? No, it's only Wednesday. Oh my gosh, have a super fantastic Thursday. And I will be back at you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.